Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. All of you all that's in the chat, put a one if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. If you can hear me, put a one in the chat. I see one. I see one. I see one. I see one. I see one more. I see one more. I see three. I see three. So that lets me know that we're in business. I just want to acknowledge the chat. Those of you all who have stepped into the tea. Oh, I like the way it's going already. Hello, Lady Yo. Welcome to the sip. Let me start from the beginning because let me start with the first person that came into this space. Tea time with TinaMo. Jody Genealogy. So glad and grateful for your appearance. I know you're new to this space, but welcome into the sip. Always, also known as Brit Family Fun. Lady Yo, welcome into the sip. Precious, so glad you're here. Welcome into the sip. Epi Poo, as usual, we ride through this thing. Welcome into the sip. Who else we got here? I think I saw Melinda. I thought I saw Melinda. Yes, I did. I saw Melinda. Hello, and welcome into the sip. So glad to see you, Miss Melinda. Kiss from Jay. I know I just saw your name. Welcome into the sip. So glad to have you here. So glad that you showed up. Could have been anywhere else. Like, let me borrow what Elevator said. Could have been anywhere else, but you decided to come here. Welcome into the sip. Susanna, as always, you always find a way to support, and I appreciate you. Welcome into the sip. Joshua, I see you. Thank you for coming. Welcome into the sip. Miss Do It Yourself, appreciate you much. Just want to acknowledge your presence. Welcome into the sip. So many of you all today, and of course, you all know I appreciate you much. We got a treat on tonight, and I am excited if you can't hear it in my voice. Matter of fact, this may be the first time you've heard this much excitement from me. Well, when I ain't fussing or something or roasting somebody. But other than that, let's stay focused. Today, I get the opportunity to bring somebody before you all who we all know in this YouTube space, at least those of you all who are connected like we're connected in this content space. And I just want to go ahead and start with my introduction in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Welcome to Tea Time with TinaMo of the TinaMoSho podcast, where the tea gets poured, sipped, refilled, and overflows. You have entered the space where hot topics are discussed with some of the most prolific minds of our generation. This week, we will be sharing this space with one of our very own in the Are You Locked In community. Wife, mother, daughter, sister, podcaster, content creator, community activist, conservative, Trump supporter, friend, co-host, and technical support of the Intentionally Random broadcast. One of the realest YouTube voices of this generation. my homie and partner of all things YouTube related, the one and only incomparable Anthony's Too Real, aka A2R, and whom I affectionately call Too Real. So get a cup and come get your fill as we discuss the question and sip of the evening. What about your friends? We will be discussing the importance of friendships, the pitfalls of pitiful perpetrators, and the rebound and recovery after disastrous dealings with deceiving damsels and devastating dudes we once considered compadres and comrades. Get your cups, glasses, flutes, jars, and maybe even your pictures. Get them out to prepare our ears for the sip of the hour, affectionately called Anthony's Too Real. Hey, Anthony's.
Tina, y'all, I'm so ashamed. Y'all, Tina, you did that. So I cannot wait to play this back because what I'm going to do is, there go my intro. Okay, yes. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody in the chat. Y'all know I cannot stop. I get sidetracked, but hey, y'all. I'm so excited to be here. Now, I did just want to say one thing, unless y'all did something and I didn't know about it now. Now, I never really tell people that I'm in, like, Are You Locked In? And the only reason why I say that is because no shade to Are You Locked In, but I think initially you had to do like certain things, right, to be considered a part of it. But I never used to do those things. So I never wanted nobody to think I was repping a set or something or trying to get some, like, you know what I'm saying? Like some clout points or something. But I do feel like I'm really close to a lot of people in the Are You Locked In community, unless I'm just in from like comment on YouTube or something. I'm cool with that too. Wait, she probably like this girl so aggravating.
Well, set me off right off the rip. I mean, you can tell me
But
what
other
need
than
to be
that,
corrected. That's cool.
no, you don't gotta correct it. I mean, just take it out with the board and let me know what they say. And I mean, I'm cool, but I use my own hashtag, so no shade, y'all.
Well,
But I love this.
check this out.
What? Tell me.
It's one of those things where there are those who know how to bogart their way into a space.
Mm-hmm.
There are some that are invited into a space. And then
Mm-hmm.
there are some that are guilty by association because you deal with so many people in the space.
Okay, I'll take
Uh,
that. I'll take
yeah,
that.
absolutely. So you're known by the Are You Locked In community, even if you're not necessarily rocking that set, as you say. You
Thank y'all. I
still are
can't
putting the
wait to
work
blow.
in.
I can't
Huh?
wait to
I'm
blow.
sorry.
Definitely shout them out. Shout them out. I ain't shouting nobody, y'all. Mm-mm.
Yes, absolutely. Which is it's all right though. It's all right. I mean, you have enough accolades under your belt to stand on your own. You are your own woman. And I appreciate just the fact that you're willing to stand 10 toes down on who you are without repping someone else's establishment. And I think that's commendable. And I think that it's okay. It's fine by me.
Oh, see, no, I'm super excited. I'm a little nervous, guys. I'm shy. But other than that, I'm good.
Well, as you know, because I was going to say, I don't know how familiar you are with how I generally run things. We won't be here long. I'm telling you that right now.
Okay.
We won't be here long. What I like to do is first get your idea. Because you just heard my introduction of you. This is how I normally
Hmm.
start. You just
Okay.
heard my introduction of you. And so my question is, in lieu of all of that, of what you just heard, adding to that what you just said about how you don't uh don't necessarily rep the Are You Locked In community, but
Hmm.
What I wanted to know, since I have been able to do just a tidbit of digging into seeing who you are, at least or what you present, and allow us to see about you. What I want to know from you,
Mhm.
as we step into the section that we call the sip, it is the beginning. It is
Mhm.
that first poured portion of it, which was my introduction where
Mhm.
we got it to the place where we pour. Now we're about to sip. We're going to find out a little something about you from your perspective. You
Mhm.
tell me the tea. You tell us the tea. If you were to describe yourself, what would you say, or who would you say you are?
When I tell you what's so crazy is this is so if I be like just completely honest with you, if you had asked me that right and I had to go like before you, I honestly wouldn't probably have named like the same things that you named or made mention to it. And I was literally sitting here like, wow, she just got me to the T, right? And I'm like, probably the only person who probably would have wrote a description like that probably would have been
Mhm,
like my husband or Chat GPT. Like, and the only reason why I say that is you pay attention to me. I noticed that Tina, like from our like, dealings. But even myself, I don't think I ever give myself like enough credit. Like when you was reading that, I'm sitting here like, dang, this girl sound like she's so dope. Like she sounds just like me. And I'm like, that is me. Like, why would I not think about myself like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never
mhm,
want to like give myself too much credit because I never want to get like the big head about nothing. So I always like water myself down, but in water like in doing that and like recently, like being around like people in the RE like in community, like especially like you, Yo Breed, like JD365, like y'all helping me to see like even if I water down myself, like it's kind of like a little, it's kind of like shade to God in a way because He made me like this, right? And if I try to water myself down, then I kind of say like, okay, how you made me is He ain't good enough or something, and I shouldn't be ashamed of it. But yeah, if I had to describe myself, I wish I would describe myself like that. Like you did it to a T. Like you really did it to a T. And I'm like, oh, this so dope. I'm really gonna use that as an intro song. Like so for real.
okay, okay, I get that. Well, I guess that means I did pretty good.
You
As it
did. You did
relates
so
to,
good.
thank you, thank you. Um, I guess one of the things I want to ask you is, first and
Hmm.
foremost, what are you the most passionate about? Can you give
Mm.
us a glimpse on what you do? Because what you're willing to share, of course. Because it's a thing where, I understand that, there's certain spaces and certain things that you may not want to divulge. But if it's one thing I do know about you, is that you've
Hmm.
always been very active in every space that you've ever been in. And I appreciate the fact that you're so diligent to put yourself out there to go and ask the hard questions, to be willing to stand in uncomfortable spaces and say, hey, this is not right, or hey, this is not the thing to do, or what have you. Can we make this better? What can I do to add or to give to make the situation better? And so, what I want to know from you is, what you're the most passionate about. Let our viewers know and listeners know, what is it that you're the most passionate about? And in that, how does that tie into what you do on a regular basis?
Oh, y'all, I'm not gonna cry. What is this lady doing? This is not where I thought we was going. I thought we were supposed to be sipping. How's we sipping?
This
Okay,
is the sip.
so she talking about this is the
We
sip.
sipping on you.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Um, hmm. Y'all, I'm passionate, Tina. I'm passionate about people. I just love people. Um, and kids. And I'm very passionate about like the younger generation because I feel like when I was coming up, so I'm 38, right? When I was coming up, we had access to a lot of stuff that kept us out of trouble. And even when we got in trouble, it wasn't like real bad trouble, if that makes sense. But now it's like the kids don't have anything. So when I'm not on YouTube, y'all, like I am in the process of starting. And I say starting, y'all, because I thought I had a nonprofit, but apparently until you get that that particular status through Auntie Iris, then technically you are not a nonprofit yet. So I'm in the process of waiting for the completion of that, like with the IRS. Um, that's gonna be dealing like with the community. So I go to like all of like the community stuff, like in my city. I go to like town hall meetings. I go to the public school meetings. Like I go out there and I try to like get the information and then bring it back and give it out to people who aren't able to like go to those like parent meetings and stuff. But
Mhm.
I work on like making the community better, trying to do like my little part, because if we make like the people better in the community, then overall the community will be better. But
Yes,
yeah.
indeed. Yes, indeed. I absolutely believe in investing into children. Um,
Hmm.
those who know me know that as it pertains to me, I'm not one to shy away from standing up for kids. Um, that's infants, that's babies. That those are the
Hmm.
toddlers, the adolescents. I don't skip any generation. I don't skip
Right.
any age when it comes to children, because if you don't advocate for them, they're innocent. Who's going to advocate for them? Who's going
Hmm.
to help them in the space that they're in? And we know that in a lot of ways, we the ones that jacked up. And I say we,
Hmm.
because we all play a part in the things that we don't say, the things that we do
Correct.
say that could be harmful. You know what I'm saying? The things that we do and don't do that could be harmful, the things we don't explain, to our kids, that we don't even
Hmm.
know that they need to know sometimes.
Correct.
Because a lot of times we give them what we can give them, we give them what we have, but sometimes we don't take the extra effort to find out what else it is that they need. And so I believe in
Mm.
meeting them where they are and saying, "Hey, talk to me. You know, uh, tell me what's on your mind. And even if your language got to get flowered, as long as you respect me, you can say
Right.
what you need to say, because it's a
Right.
way to say everything. And I try to give them an open space, just like I do anyone else. I try to give them
Hmm.
that open space and meet them. I'm like, while you may not be my peer, I still respect you as a young
Correct.
lady. I still respect you as a young man. I still respect you even in your youth. And if I respect you, I expect no more than the same from you. You know, and it starts right there, and that's how you get the opportunity to communicate with them, to see what you can do that'll make their lives better. So I applaud you on all of your efforts as it pertains
Oh,
to
see, no.
um the children.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. I guess so. The second thing I want to ask you, because I know you said that you're working on a nonprofit,
Hmm.
and we're praying that that comes together as soon as possible. That
Yes,
you don't have any
Lord.
obstacles, but a lot of times, well, we'll get into that later. Sometimes you
Oh.
just got to find out, what all needs to be done and what needs to be
Hmm.
undone. But we'll talk about that in a few. But
Okay.
prior to that, one thing I want to find out about as it pertains to you is, what is it that you think that what is it that you believe that you want a person to take away as it pertains to knowing you as a person, beyond the fact that you love children, beyond the fact that you love
Hmm.
getting to your community and trying to be a help to so many different people? What do you want them to know about you? What's the legacy that you're working on?
Oh, whoa. Oh, it's like, child, it's like it's so much right now. I really want to break generational curses, right? And so, like, when people normally say that, they just be thinking about, I'll say, like, generational curses, like, just like, I don't want to say selfishly, like, about themselves, like, within their family, but the generational curses, like, I want, like, those curses to be broken, like, beyond like just our community, like the black community. Like I want those curses to be broken like across like all like races and ethnic backgrounds, because ultimately like we all face something. I want all of the programming that was like put in us, just like MLK like had a legacy, and you know like Malcolm X and these people who they train us up to like look up to and stuff. Like I want a legacy like that to where like when I go, like people talk about like my integrity. Like me like standing like to my character, like to what I believe in, like not being persuaded by like facing like obstacles and stuff. And even if I had to like go at something alone, like I want my legacy to be known for like even though I was by myself, like I still went and did it because guess what? Ultimately, I wasn't never alone. It's like God made it all possible. I want to just be known for like doing something, like cause like it's a lot of stuff that like I've actually accomplished that like probably like certain people thought I wasn't gonna accomplish. I know it's been a lot of stuff. Like I was one of those people that allow like other people opinion to like steer my life for like a really long time, you know. So
Hmm.
now it's just I feel like it's a whole lot of like stuff I want to be known for, but overall like I want to be known for standing up for what I believe in, and like always doing the right thing, like just always doing the right thing.
Hmm. I definitely understand that. Most certainly. Whew. Well,
Wait,
we've come to the place.
wait.
We've poured. We've sipped. And now it's time for the refill.
Okay.
This is like what the preachers call where the rubber meets the road, because
Okay.
now we're going to step into the topic of discussion
Mm.
on tonight. There go their church again. On tonight. Tonight we'll be discussing what about your friends?
Oh,
The first thing that
this
came to
is.
my mind was that
Ooh.
song by TLC, What About Your Friends? Uh, will they stand their ground? Will they let you down again? And will they ever, are they going to beat you down? Are they going to be around? Or will they turn their backs on you? I thought about that song. It's one of my favorite songs actually from TLC from that particular album.
Okay.
What About Your Friends? Because it's one of those things where you have, you have what society tells you is your ride or die. Uh,
Mm.
Unalive, whatever. I'm sick of this part of this stuff.
Okay.
But you have your, ride and live. Let's go there. You
Okay.
know, they live into the very end. Do you they from the cradle to the grave. That's a little easier, even though that sounds like something else. Um, but they rolling with you, at least in word. Indeed, indeed can be a little different, but in word they say, "I got your back." They
Mhm.
say, I've been knowing you since, we were knee high to a duck. I know that's an old saying, but I'm just saying.
Mhm.
We've been throwback, we go back like snapbacks. Everybody have all these sayings about how they besties, that's BFF. You know what I'm saying? That's, and the thing about it is when you look over time, sometimes you find out that the people that you started out with are not the people that you end up with.
Mm.
um, Not just because they're terrible people in some instances,
Mhm.
but sometimes you grow. Sometimes they grow and leave
Mhm.
us behind.
Mhm.
The first question that I want to pose to you is, have you ever been in a situation where you feel like you had friends that left you behind because they grew and matured and grew out of the space that you were in?
Hmm. I will say. ye- I want to say yes. 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 I have had friends that have done that.
Mhm.
You want me to
How?
elaborate on that? I'm sorry. I was about to say I don't want to like go and get ahead of your questions, Queen. I'm sorry.
Oh
Just let
no,
me know.
you're fine. You're fine. My question actually is, how did it make you feel in that moment when you saw it happening? Um, when I mean, because sometimes you can see it happening. You can see that person is moving, they're shaking up things. Things are happening in their life. You
Hmm.
know, and I just want to pause for the calls to acknowledge. Uh, we have Rodney that has entered into the chat. Thank you for your presence. We appreciate all of which you do in just being in the chat alone. I'm ever so honored. Welcome into the SIP. I just wanted to make sure that I acknowledge you. I'm not sure if I saw someone else, and if I did, you may have to. Cause I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to call them names, cause then they be like, I don't know where so and so at. But I'm looking at the chat now, and I know that I saw Rodney, and again, I appreciate your presence, especially a male in this space, which in this particular area, well, most of the areas are male. I mean, female dominated. Now that I think about it, you have a lot more female supporters than you have male supporters. So whenever we have some testosterone in the building, it's much appreciated. But back to you, Antonice. Um, one thing that I was thinking about as it pertains to you, is just the fact that um, when you're able to look at someone and you see them progressing, um, you see them doing and saying things that give you indication that this person is on another playing field. This person is on another level. This person is able to do some things that I just haven't made it to that place yet. It could be one of those things. I'm still, ready to club. I'm still ready to, do my thing. Whatever that thing is. I'm trying to be out here like that. But you see your friends, they're maturing and they're doing whatever it is that they're doing. And I ask you, how did you feel when you felt like I can see uh, a wedge coming in between us, mainly because they're growing and going.
Okay. I wanted to make sure like that was a full question that you was done before I start answering.
Hmm.
Thank you for that question, Tina. That's an amazing question. So first,
Thank
I
you.
need to break down my actual first answer because I know sometimes, on YouTube, people have messy ears and they only hear mess. But when you initially asked that question, so when I noticed that the wares that you speak of, I don't like the call. So like with me, I know people probably be like, oh, it's not that deep. But for me, everything is like that deep, right? And so I try to watch my wordings because these days you just have to be so specific when you're speaking with people. So the wedge was more so just like time and space, but not really a wedge to where it's like any animosity. What I noticed is I had this one friend, like right after high school. She was working like two jobs. And so with her working two jobs, now right after high school, I was on my Queen Vibes vibes, right? Like I stayed in the club like Monday through Sunday. Okay. Like literally helping the DJ set up, helping him break down. Like that's just there. I was there early and I helped close the club down. Um, at that time, I equated, so this is like in my early 20s. Like this is before I met my husband. It's like back in 2006. I met my boy in 2007. So yes, clock that, girls. Um, but in 2006, like I was on my hot girl vibes, and all I wanted to do was go to the club. So literally anybody who could go to the club with me, get me to the club because they have a suspended license, could give me a ride to the club, could pay for me to get in the club because I was broke, I wasn't working right then.
Hmm.
That's what I called a friend. Like people who like to go do the same thing for me. So saying all of that to say, like this particular friend, we used to go to the club a lot, but we weren't like friends to where us not hanging out like really made me feel no type of way. Like I didn't think it was no shady junk. I just knew she worked a lot and I went on no working vibe. I was like this like princess. You know how like some girls go through that little phase, like where they be like princesses. They talk about it on TikTok. So it's like I wasn't trying to work. I was gonna be like Whitley or something, right? But like minus no college. But from different world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when my friend was doing that, like I understood, like we was at two different places. Now, what was difficult for me is I'm just be honest, and I know you didn't ask me this, but I hope I answer your question. What be difficult for me is when I do notice maybe space is needed or something, I don't know how to let go. I struggle
Mm-hmm.
with detachment.
Mm-hmm.
But other
Mm-hmm.
than that, I didn't feel no type of way. I just felt like, oh, I gotta find me somebody else to go to the club with. Like that's all. And I found like some other club partners. I'm
This,
sorry. I know I was so childish. Thank God
oh
for
no,
change
I
and growth.
mean, I understand. I really do. Precious said something that I think stands out.
Oh, let me
I'm gonna go
see.
back to what Rodney said a second ago. Sometimes people start distancing themselves and being around new people that's on the same mission and goals as them. Like you were saying,
Ooh.
I understood the whole thing of it wasn't necessarily beef, but it's just that
Okay,
a
okay. Thank you,
person is
Tina.
growing. Yeah, that's why I was
Right.
asking. That's why I asked the question: have you ever been in a space where you saw someone else growing and
Okay.
growing? And I was talking about the wedge as it relates to uh, we don't have that closeness anymore. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Thank you. Okay.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was saying. I wasn't talking anything about beef or nothing like that. It's just one of those
Right.
things. It's one of those things where you just recognize, oh, this person is doing a big one. You know what I'm saying? They're doing their thing, and so, like Rodney said, he said, no love lost. We just acknowledge the growth, separation happening in real time. And
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I get that. I most certainly get that. I want to acknowledge. I have a couple of people that stepped into the chat. Stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
As always, I appreciate your presence, sir. Um, Another man in the chat. King, I appreciate you, sir. Welcome into the SIP. See homebody Trish. I appreciate your presence as well. Coming in. I always appreciate when you support uh and your presence is always welcome here. Welcome into the SIP. Um it was something else that was I saw that came up. Rodney said, I can love a friend from afar whether I was growing faster than they were or vice versa. It stung when you are accustomed to that pillar around for comfort, but growth is stepping out of comfort zones.
Ooh.
Yes, it is. He just spoke a whole word right then.
Okay. Tell what I'm supposed to do
Um,
after that. We just got to pass collection plate.
I know, right? But yeah, it is one of those things where you recognize, um, am I willing to launch out into the deep for myself? And what is that going to cost me? You know, and with that being the case, I want to go into my secondary question.
Mm-hmm.
As it pertains to, have you found yourself in a space where you begin to recognize that it's time to make some of the same decisions that your friend that you saw growing began to make, and let go of people in your own life?
Mm. I
Because
was about
everybody
to
has
say
not.
something. I was about to keep
Let me
it to
let me
myself.
preface it.
Hell yeah.
Let me preface it, because everybody has not necessarily made it to that space. They've been having a ride and live, the cradle to the grave, folks, the majority of their life. We've been friends for 45, 50 years. Well, I don't know nobody but them. I'm like, oh, okay, well, God bless you. You got one of them, till the wheels fall off. As for some of us who, were living in certain spaces that we needed to mature out of, you know we were in certain spaces that we just outgrew altogether. you know that's like having the friends that you have in an apartment complex, and then you want a house. I'm not having the whole neighborhood at my house. Not saying I would have all the neighborhood in my apartment, but everybody's not gonna be on this porch, stand in front of this door. You know,
Somebody's gonna be on this
we're
porch.
not turning this into a block party because I want all the people in the other houses down the street to come over here. This ain't that, you know. And so sometimes we come to a place where we're like, okay, with that promotion, with that growth comes responsibility and accountability. Have you ever come to a place where you found yourself, or you find yourself, or you found yourself assessing that I think it's time for me to part ways or to grow out of what used to be a lasting relationship or a meaningful relationship at one part of your life or another?
Yes, more times than I would prefer. And what's so crazy is, as outspoken as I am, when I found myself in like those particular places, I'm gonna be honest with you. The weird thing is, I've been in the places, right, and then I'll be stuck. Like I don't know what to do. Like it's hard for me. I don't know how to like end a friendship, or how to be like, hey, this ain't really like working for me no more.
Mhm,
I hate to like. I don't want to fight nobody. Like I just wish I used to like tell my boo. I wish like I could like clone myself and like be the friend to myself that like I feel like I've been to other people,
mhm,
and they said they were to me, but their actions like really weren't, because it be seeming like it's so easy for like people to see like things in other people, but never see these same things like that's being done or not being done like in themselves, right? So yes, I have been in that space, but that's all I can say is yes, I have been in that space. Like whenever being in that space, I've never acted on it. Like anytime I wasn't friends with somebody anymore, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't never just ended no friendship from nobody. And like, if somebody like when I blow up and people hear this, like if anybody ever try to come back and lie on me, like they'll be lying. Like I don't cut people off. Like normally people like will cut themselves off for me. So when I'm in that space, it's like once I peep something and I get in that space, I fall back. Now for me falling back, whatever people do with that, that's on them, because I don't like confrontation, because I know even though I'm like cool and stuff, like sometimes because people met me in like this like present season of my life, like they don't know like the old Anthony's. Like I go by Anthony's, like that's my first name, right? So I'm not hiding from the feds. I don't got no ops and I don't got nothing to hide. Like,
mhm,
you know. So people call me like by my first name. I figured they probably like just met me, right? Because people who really know me, they call me by my nickname. Um,
mhm,
so that's how I can tell. Um, I I used to be one of those people that felt like I had to have like a lot of friends, right? Growing up, like they'll make you think you need like a lot of friends. That's how you can tell if you're a good friend, if you got a lot of friends. And now, to be honest, I feel like you could tell if you're a good friend if you just have a friend, period. Cause like
mhm,
being a friend take a whole lot. And then you gotta think of like the mental capacity it take when you got like a lot of friends. Then if you being a good friend is a lot. It's a lot to be a good friend, because it like friendship is just like a relationship. Like, and to be honest, I probably would have did the same thing with like relationships too. Like I never well, I just don't like confrontation. So I have stayed in things. I'm not talking about that and now, of course. But I'm saying, like, of course, like I was like born like before I met my husband. So, I wasn't born that day I met him. So of course it was like people before him, but I know everything happened for a reason. But yes, I have been in like, a relationship, a friendship or two, to where I should have been like cut it off. But I wasn't at that place in my life now to like go to God about it and be like, okay, Lord, what should I do, or help me with this? I'm sorry if that
mhm.
was like long winded, but did I ultimately answer your question though?
Yes, this is your interview. You can say what you want to say, ma'am.
See, I love stuff like this. This feel like I'm on what's Uncle Shay Shay. Well, we don't really watch him no more ever since he, had that stuff going on with that girl. But I'm just saying, how like he just let his people talk, like he asked him a question, then he just let them talk. You know what
Yeah,
my
because
grandma said, but yeah,
we're
it's so cool.
Anthony's. This interview is set up because we're interested in you.
Oh,
interested
this
in
so
how you
cool.
think. Yes, and I
They
wanted
probably
to
like
take
this
the
girl
time.
might be all over the place. Dang.
No, not at all. It's not about being all over the place. Sometimes it's about sometimes having so many thoughts about different things or having so many thoughts about one thing. It's just about being able to uh, have the kind of space that allows you to process the things that you want to say and be able to say them and have the space and the time to be able to say them. You know,
Mm.
and so, no, I understand you. And what I try my best to do is make sure that I'm paying attention because you always drop gems. You always say things that'll have a person thinking. Matter of fact, Precious just said, facts, Anthony.
Mm.
And people be making it seem like having less friends is an issue. Nah, you just have to be cautious.
Girl. I think and
And that
Precious
out of
is
something you
young,
said.
right?
You know.
Precious is younger than us.
hmm I'm older
Okay.
than most of the people on here.
Well,
If
she
I
got a baby face. That's why I asked. I was gonna say that's good she figured that out young though, cause girl, I'm almost 40, like figuring stuff out. So just imagine like being friends or thinking you friends. Like number one, I didn't come to realize really with friendship, Precious, that you should be able to tell your friend like anything, right? So I probably have like I can count on one hand. So and like I wasn't born special. I only got 5 fingers on my one hand, on one of my hands. That means there's so many friends. Like all these people call me their friends, but I have on one setting. Well, you know what? I take that back, Lord, because the Lord is introducing me to people like in this season of my life. So I'll say all 10 hands. But if I just had to like group of men, y'all, in like a group hug, I do have people that I can go to, but I'm starting to realize as a friend, you should be able to go to your friend and tell your friend anything. You know what I'm saying? So, and I use my friend Elbow as an example because Elbow, one of the people I can use her as an example. And Elbow will be like, "Oh, my friend throwing shade at me," because girl, these child, I cannot. But anyways, like I could go to Elbow and say, Elbow, like something happened. I could go to Elbow and be like, Elbow, this hurt my feelings. Like when this happened, this made me feel like this. And friend, I know you probably ain't mean that, but you know I'm throwing off a little bit. This what it did, but I don't have to like change what I'm saying. Like when I'm talking to her, even with like Tina and Tina like just getting to know me, like I don't have to like change what I'm saying. It's like even if what I'm saying come out harsh or it come out like people, they will look at my character and like what they have come to know about me to know, okay, you know what, that may have sounded harsh, but knowing her, I know she mean it like that. And yeah, you know what, that hurt, but shoot, that's the truth. And thank you, friend, for telling me this. Like I can't do that with all of my friends. Like I've literally tried to be honest with some of my friends and the things that people have said, like while being drunk or even some sober minded, you know, it just make you be like, dang, where did these feelings come from? And where have they been? And were they there when you got this from me or needed this from me? Because it'd be so easy. Is it me or do people be easy to like be able to put their stuff aside or their feelings or whatever the issue they have with you, they're able to move it to the side when it works for them. If that makes sense, y'all. I don't know. Comment in the comments and tell me. I know this ain't my show, but I just really want to know that because I'm like, am I going crazy? Is people? It's the whole world wilding right now, y'all. Is it the whole world? Or is it just like, do y'all know people like doing this right now? Because I do.
want to read
Yeah.
something that Mia J said. She said, "Yes, A2R. Once I see you don't reciprocate the same friendship and loyalty to me that I have for you, I back off silently. I wish you the best from a distance."
Ooh. And what? And let me ask you this, Mia J. If Mia J is still here, um, was that easy for you when you do that? Do people think you acting funny? Do that give wishy washy? Did you peep stuff first or something? And then did they come back and act like it was you with the shady stuff? I'm
Well,
curious.
check this out. I mean, it's like this. Because while we're waiting on her to answer that question, one thing that I can say is with having friends,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's a once in a lifetime thing sometimes. If you could find and you blessed to find
Mm.
two people that
Mm.
you can discuss everything with. Everybody does not have the capacity to handle everything that is about you. And it's okay because some people haven't matured to the point where they're willing to expose everything about themselves, and you telling the nitty gritty and the the intimate space, sharing intimate things with them can make them uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody can't handle that. That is no different than people have parents. One parent, you could tell them everything. Just like I got a boil somewhere where the sun don't shine. You could tell that parent. You tell the other parent that you need to go over there and talk to your mama, or you need to go over there and talk to your dad about that. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
don't need to
me.
know.
I'm busting boys
I don't want
anyway
to know
for
you
my
like
babies.
that. I mean, but that's the thing. Everybody
Right.
can't handle it. And
Right.
because everyone can't handle it, it's a thing where I have to recognize that they're not being a bad friend to me. They
Right.
have this issue. And I respect the fact that this is an area that they're not comfortable with. And I'm not going to force them to
Mm-hmm.
be in a space because I wouldn't be a good friend to them to force them to know things that they don't want to know or deal
Right.
with things that they don't want to deal
Ooh.
with.
That's deep. That is like really deep because then that's you putting your selfish ways or self aside. Like we as people, and I say we because being just a person, like people, like we all have like the possibility to be selfish. We just like some of us control it more than others. But people can be so selfish at times. While
Mhm,
also out of the same mouth saying they not like it's so weird. But yeah.
mhm. Melinda said, Miss Melinda, she said, I have a one off the bat that I can tell her anything. We have been friends for over 3 decades. When you have a
Oh.
true friend, that is a special gift. I have one friend that's like that. One.
Mm.
And when I tell you, I am dogmatically protective of that friendship.
Wow,
Like,
that sounds
I don't,
I'm fancy. They
there
crazy.
is no space, privately or publicly, where I've even said their name.
Mm.
I've only told things about me in regards to them,
Mm-hmm.
never divulge none of their personal information ever.
Mm.
Because I respect that relationship, I respect that friendship, and I respect who they are as a person. I do not play about my friends because they're so hard to come by. And I've been
Ooh.
knowing this individual ever since I was about 15 to 16 years old.
Oh.
So it's been more than, well, yeah, it's been several decades. I put it that way, that we've been friends.
I have to
And so,
find it.
yeah. And so, with that being the case, it's one of those things of when you find that jewel, when you find that individual that you can share things with or whatnot, it's like I box it off because it's sacred to me. It is
Ooh.
sacred, and and because I want to make sure that nothing infiltrates it. My friends are not their friends, and their friends are not my friends.
Wait a
That's
minute.
my
Run that
friend.
back one more time, Queen. Run it back for me, please.
My
Repeat,
friends
repeat. Mm-hmm.
are not my best friends' friends,
See, that's why I messed
and
up long
my
time
best
ago, but
friends'
we was
friends
young.
are not my friends.
Yeah, that's where I went wrong like long time ago with stuff. But you know what I can say? What's so dope is what I did notice with um two of my closest friends. What I noticed is like Elbow is one of them. Like me and Elbow been knowing each other since like sixth grade, right? And
Hmm.
so we've always like me and Elbow because we started out going to like same schools, and that's Ebony Elbow, y'all. Like we started out going to same schools, and then we ended up going to two different schools, but we stayed friends. But with us going to two different schools, we formed like our own. Like me and her were friends, but we had our own separate friends. And like I've never been her friends, and she ain't my friends, but she does know my friends because she grew up with some of my friends too. You get what I'm saying? But we formed like our own relationships. But with one of my other closest friends, that is where we went wrong. Like it was like we all hung out. So then I started befriending other people, and it kind of like messed things up later on down the line because now me like being like the one to where I come in, right? I was always like that friend to well. when my friends met me, like they normally would vibe with me just like my friends do. Like they like, oh my gosh, she a vibe. Like I love her. And if y'all think I'm something like sober, y'all should see me. Like, I mean, I'm definitely more lit sober, but I'm just saying like a whole vibe. Like I am the party, like people will always like, where's Anthony? Or like, where's, my nickname? So it's like, I'm like, dang, why people mad at me for just being me? Like you'll be dope too, and people will feel like that about you. But when that particular friend circle like split up, it was like a really bad breakup. And I say breakup because like friendships are just like relationships. Like now I'm in the middle because I'm still cool with everybody, and I'm not the type of person to where if say like if four of us are friends, right, and I'm friends with A, B, C, and D, well, I guess that would be five of us, but y'all know what the heck I'm saying. But if I'm friend with like A, B, C, D, I
Mhm.
don't form my own relationship with friend A, friend B,
Right.
like friend C,
Mhm.
friend D.
Right.
So if friend A tell me her business, even though all of us may be in a group chat, we may all know each other, I'm not gonna tell friend A, friend B business because friend B, like friend A didn't tell me. You get what I'm saying? Like I just noticed it used to be like a lot of stuff like that going on, and I don't know. I don't even remember what the original question was. I'm sorry, but I was still looking at Stick too. So too, let me tell you something. I'm so sorry. Stick too, like this so messed up. Cause first of all, you a man. You know what I'm saying? And what's so messed up is people don't even be understanding. Like I've heard you talk about your wife, right? So the way you talk about your wife, like you really cherish your wife. You believe in God. So men that believe in God, that's married, and you hear them talking, they cherish their wife. They got like this different like lock in like with their wife, right? So when people come and they be like trying their wives, people don't understand like men is really locked in with their wives. Like it's a lot for you to remain humble and just fall back. Like shout out to you. Cause you really could crash out. I'm not suggesting you crash out. I'm just speaking to the fact that thank you for like setting the example of what you like what more people should do. And like even though you a man, like I can learn from that because when I tell you I be ready to crash out, like say one thing I don't like because I be like, I don't even mess with people. Like when people do shady stuff to me, that's what really upset me because I be like, number one, I don't do stuff like that. So that's why it bothers me when people do shady stuff to me because it be stuff I wouldn't even do to my worst enemy. Like I will pray for my enemy. I will feed my enemy. I never wish bad on nobody. So when people who call themselves my friend and say they rock with me, all that junk, it send me into like this whole nother rage. Like God's still working with me on that. So shout out to you, Sid, too. And I will add you to my prayer list. And
Uh,
listen, oh, I'm sorry, Tina. Let me tell you to this too. If he like gonna come back,
no, go
see
ahead.
too. I'm still working on that video. I mean, the video done. I'm still trying to figure out how to export it. I just want you to know I'm a person of my word, like for real. Y'all, my shirt that I had on came from Stick too, and I really like. I talked about it in the video, like why that particular collab like meant so much. Like, and he didn't even know it. Like the Lord used him. And I'm trying to like because sometimes like bad stuff been happening to me. Like I'm in my pregnant season and it hurts so bad.
I definitely
Like
understand. Yeah.
change it to be like better. And like people who say like they rock with me, they don't understand the change. But I can't go back, y'all. Like I can't go back. So when Stick Two had like reached out to me that day, like he didn't even know like something had happened, and it was just like after that happened, and like my heart was like kind of broken. Like the Lord had said Stick Two to send me like this random email, and like that turned my whole day around, and he didn't even know like it was something so simple. I promise. Okay, and I'm done crying like because I'm not a crybaby, but I am now. I just be crying y'all because I can't keep that stuff in. Like y'all know I've been out, like having medical issues and stuff. So I didn't ever tell y'all what because I don't want people's sympathy and stuff. Like that's why I'm be sharing stuff with people. Like some people think I'm like reserved. Like I'll tell y'all a lot of stuff, right? And I don't. When I say I don't care when I tell y'all stuff, I mean like you can clip this up. Like you can try to use it against me to make me feel bad, but I do what a lot of people pretend to do, which is like keep it real. Like whether it look ugly, like whether it look cute, whether it's for clout, like whatever it is, like I'ma always be real. Um, being real has got me so far. Like not being afraid to like speak my mind. Like for many years, like people like tried to shut me up. And they tried to shut me up about things that could really help people. Like right before I left my last job, y'all, everybody got like $3 raises. These people was literally crapping on that, and I kept telling people, and they was like, "No, you can't talk about this. You can't talk about that." And one day, I just bust out in the meeting and started talking about it. Cause I'm like, if we can have these conversations and more people know, like they was playing us at that job, child, okay. Like I'm telling y'all, I'm just trying to do everything that I couldn't do when I was growing up, and I'm done, y'all. Sorry, sorry, Steve too.
Okay. I want to make sure that you hear what Mia J said. She said, answering your question earlier, yes, it's very easy. I explained what I've experienced with them. And if they feel I'm doing too much and they don't see what I'm seeing, um, or trying to understand, I just let them be. And
Mm.
sometimes, when it comes to letting people go and
Mhm.
quietly walking away, from certain spaces, I mean, that's kind of, that's just what it is, because instead of arguing, you just let it go, elevate it. I appreciate you coming in. I know that he just went live, but I still want to acknowledge his presence. uh Welcome to the sip, even though I know you are good in live right now.
He lied.
Uh-huh. um
Ooh.
Melinda said that part, Tina. I can remember getting jealous, and then I was like, wait, her and I had a special bond. We've been ride or dies forever, so she can have her friends. I have my friends, you know,
Ooh, child. Thank God for growth.
and we are good. That's the last thing that she was trying to say. And we are good, you know.
I love that. Child, I went through that with
Torian,
some of my friends. You couldn't have no other friends, but then that joint used to be weird. I used to be like, yo, this weird, yo. Like, cause number one, you ain't gonna tell me who to be friends with. Like, don't ever think you can tell me who to hang out with. It always be the weird friends trying to tell you not to hang out with the better friends.
I'm gonna
Like,
tell
that's
you
why they
something
don't
about these
want you to hang out
friendships.
with them.
I'm gonna tell you something about these friendships. Hold on. Let me address Torian. Torian, I
Yeah.
appreciate your presence. I see you in the chat. Welcome to the SIP. As always, I always appreciate your support. Well, check this out.
Wait.
And we're about to wrap things up. Um, Not because we don't have so much more that we could be talking about, but it's a thing where I want to address something, make sure that I address something as it pertains to what we're talking about. Sometimes the people in your life are trying to build a hedge, not for protection, but to protect their pockets, protect their interests, protect their substance that they're getting from you. It's not about what they're pouring into you and the safe space that you and they have, or the sanctity or the sacredness of that friendship. It's not about that. But it's about making sure that whatever resources they're gleaning from you, knowing who you are as a giver, knowing who you are as generous, knowing who you are that's helpful, knowing who you are that has a big heart, that doesn't want to see anyone in pain, doesn't want to see anybody hurting or in want. You're going to try to meet that need. And when you see people around you that are
Mm-hmm.
more concerned about the people around you than they are about the relationship that you have with them, more often than not,
Mm-hmm.
it's not that jealousy is tied to what you can do for them and not who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I do understand the whole thing of some people being territorial and they having issues of abandonment issues that get in the way. And they're like, we used to rock like this, and now you got all the new friends and you can't be here like you used to be. And sometimes friends can create codependent situations. On the
Mm-hmm.
other hand, sometimes you need to be able to differentiate between the fact of, it's not that this person is necessarily attempting to be toxic, but they got some toxic ways. On the other hand, you have people who are toxic, who come in with the mindset of, oh, I done found me somebody that can pay for this, that I can ask for this for. If I can't get it from nobody else, I can get it from them. But it's not so they can reciprocate it. It's just so they can keep you as a cash cow, so to speak. And it's not always about finance. Sometimes it's
Hey,
about the fact that you're there all the time. They want you there. They
Tina,
don't want you going to the wedding because they want you at their house doing
I'm
absolutely
about to
nothing.
say, y'all, please, please don't miss what Tina talk about. I'm the in between blessings friend. I'm the clearest friend. Hey, A2R2 real. Hey, I'm not one of them guys. I am not the rich friend, okay?
You don't
I'm
have to be
not
the rich
broke,
friend.
but I'm not rich. I just want to know. I want people to know that. So don't
Mm-mm,
say nobody with
mm-mm.
me because people.
It's not
I know.
about that. I know how friendships work. When I didn't have anything, when I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have a 9 to 5, let's go back to that. When I didn't have a
Oh.
9 to 5 and I was getting it how I lived, I had
Mm-hmm.
people that knew that I was going to be willing to put in the hustle by any means necessary. And I mean it just like that to
Yeah.
get what I need to get. And then because they knew I was willing to do anything and get whatever by any means necessary, they clung to me like toilet paper.
Mm, people like that, when I tell you, that's why when I used to watch that movie, what was that movie with Ace Num? With I really stopped liking that dude after that. What is that boy name who I mean that man, he's a man. Who on there with Mace? He played Rico on that movie. When I tell you I stopped liking him, because I'm like, you played that man, how'd you get you some paper and you straight tried to snake him? Like people really do just be like, so I heard this song. It was like, Lord protect me from my friends. I can like watch my enemies. It was something like that. Cause I'm like, with your enemies, you know what you like, you know what I'm saying? You know you gotta be looking at. Like that's your up. But with people that's close to you, sometimes when like they heart not in the right place, you like your guard be down with them. And me, like you said, I am like a giving person. Like you could like be talking to me, and like now I don't do this no more. But I used to be child when I used to tell you I used to be so dumb, and like real like dumb, cause like I used to sometimes do stuff behind my husband back, right? Like trying to
Hmm.
be a friend, loaning money, loaning money I didn't have to loan, like just trying to be a friend, just hoping that Lord forbid if something happened one day, anybody, not even that person, just I hope the Lord can bless somebody to be able to bless me. Like you could just be literally talking to me, oh, into these like, oh, I'm short on my bill. And like I know I like have the money. I like loan it out, right? Because hey, okay, you say you need this, I'll give it to you. Boom. Child, yeah. Anyway, just gotta write it off. Just write it off. And next time I just don't loan out money. But I feel like sometimes people will make you a first resort. Um, and I just be like, I don't mind being a resort at times, but like maybe the last resort, because like that's what I try to do. Like I don't go to nobody. Like when something is wrong, I go to God, I go to my husband. Like I don't bother people. I don't ask people for nothing because. But yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, y'all. Thinking is gonna be like, child, I can't have her on that nighttime, baby. We gotta start in the morning time.
Ladies of I Talk, I see you. I appreciate you coming in and support um, the channel. As always, thank you for showing up and welcome to the chat. But
Oh,
for
Cameron.
those of you all who come in late, we're about to shut everything down. But this is the space where we go into the overflow. This is the
Mhm.
portion of the show where you let us know what are we to expect from you. What are your upcoming projects? Do you have some things that we should be looking out for? You
Mm.
let us know. We're rolling out the red carpet for you. You tell us which we should be looking forward to from your channel.
Well, first and foremost, thank you for this opportunity. I just so people you will see more consistency. Now, exactly what consistency looks like for me, I'm still like working through that along with my analytics, right? Like I post a video, I go back, I see like, okay, on this video I was talking about this. On this video I was talking about this. I noticed on this one I got a little bit more views, and like people really do be watching like my stuff like every day when I check um my YT studio, like my hours are continuing to go up. First of all, I do like want to send an email one day when I have a little free time to YT because damn it, vidIQ stuff be like a little bit late because I have vidIQ, y'all. So vidIQ sent me something making me think that I had like 3,000 watch hours. I don't know whatever the hell they was talking about. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what the heck they was talking about because when I went into my YT studio, I'm gonna wrap this back, guys. I promise. Stay with me, okay? Don't have fourth grade brain. Um, they made me think that I had 3,000 watch hours, right, y'all? So when I went and checked it, the hours that they are calculating, that's like within the whole year, right? But it's not within the actual year per under the earn tab, if that makes sense. I'm gonna make a video one day. I don't got time tonight, so please don't put too many chatments in the comments about this, okay? But I just want y'all to know because I'm a person of my word and I want everybody to think I'm trying to get no extra clout in the end. But I'm gonna be more consistent. I don't think I'm gonna meet my deadline to like have my hours. But I'm okay with that. Like this time around, I feel like so empowered. I just want to tell the Are You Like Me community and my friend Ebony Ebel and people that's not in the Are You Locked In community. Thank you guys for just letting me be me. What I noticed is I met a lot of you. So I did meet like one or two people like outside of like the community. But I remember I met a lot of y'all from Queen 22 Live. That's like Queen's Alchemy, right? And when I did that particular live or interview, the 22 questions, y'all, I was so I was like shy. I was like kind of shy, but I was scared to be myself, right? And what I noticed is y'all just let me be myself. Like y'all like my crazy self. Like, I told my boo, I said something's wrong with these people, boo. Cause either something wrong with them or something wrong with my boo. Cause I'm like my boo maybe think I'm crazy, not in like a real crazy way. Y'all like I need to go to like a crazy house, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. But I'd be like, they just let me talk my junk. Like sometimes, I'll be in a good mood. Sometimes I'll see some foul junk that people be talking about behind closed doors. And I'll just go on a rant and then people come on there and be like, well, thank you for saying it, cause shoot, I wanted to say it too. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm gonna be more consistent. I'm gonna have like a more structured show because I do like what I be doing with Tina on Saturdays, intentionally random. So we will be back tomorrow, guys. Okay? Yeah. Um, but that's what you can expect. Like more of me, different me. I am like going back to vlogging, but not like how I did before. So my channel would just be like a channel for me, like well, a channel of me, not for me, because I'm only one person. I need like 4,000 different eyes, for 1 hour each. But yeah, that's what you guys can expect. You can expect to see me tomorrow on Intentionally Random. And thank you for putting Cameron in the chat, man. Rodney be on it. You hear me? You be
Uh,
on it, my brother.
yes, Mia J said Cameron as well a while ago. Um,
Oh yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Mia J. You too. My bad.
but I just wanted to make sure that I let you know I appreciate you for coming up here and giving me this opportunity to interview you. We see
Mhm.
so much about you, see you in the YouTube space, and sometimes we just want a more intimate look into who you are as a person. You're what I will always say, you're a dope person. I absolutely respect you. I
Oh,
thank you
same.
for the times that you've prayed for me, and because not everyone do I entrust with that, and so I know that you come
Oh
from a sincere
wow.
place when you're praying for me. So I appreciate you.
Tina,
I'm
not
grateful
you
for
about to make
you
me
as a
cry again.
Kira. Just listen. I appreciate you for who you are as a co-host. I have fun with you, and I
Mm.
appreciate the laughter and the light that you bring, and the lightheartedness that you bring, and the bells that you ring, letting us know you're here and you're there to support. And so I thank you. I appreciate you. And lastly, I'm going to leave on this note. Those of you
Mhm.
all who desire to be a blessing to Antonice, too real. I'm
Please.
asking you
No.
to look into the description of this live, and you will find her Cash App, Grind 24/7. I'm asking you to be a blessing to her in lieu of the fact that she does have some issues and some problems, and we all want to be a blessing to her. And I'm just asking that those of you who will and who can reach out, do what you can if you will. I appreciate you all, and I want to leave you with this thought. Be willing to check your friendships. Be willing to look into them and see, is it what you really need it to be? Have you been harboring relationships with just associates and allowed people that should have never been in that intimate space? Be willing to recalibrate. Be willing to pivot. Be willing to change the dynamics of the friendship. And in it, you'll find healing, you'll find wholeness, and you'll find out who actually has your back. With that, I thank you all for coming out, and I ask you all, as usual, as always, to be blessed. Good night.